All right, sir, let's find out. How do you approach any problem? Human problem. Not, I think it applies to the scientific too. How do you approach any problem?
We can only look without motive.
No, how do you approach it, sir? Don't, one can. How do you actually approach a problem? If you are a scientist, how do you approach it? Your problem in science, in physics, in Latin, and so on. How do you approach it? What's the quality of your mind that approaches a problem? Whether it be scientific, business, a problem of relationship, and so on. How do you come to it?
By questioning.
Huh?
Questioning.
No. Find out, sir, don't. Find out how you approach it.
Well, I begin to ask questions about it. That's what I do.
Is that the way to approach it?
But you're bringing whatever competence you have in that field to it. Otherwise, you can't even enter the field.
Mary, I'm asking a question. I'm sorry, I'm not making myself clear there. Suppose I have a problem. One has a problem of relationship. One quarrels with one's wife or one's husband, with a girl, a problem in relationship. How do you approach that problem?
Look at it. You stay with it.
No. How do you come to it, sir? If you say, stay with it, that's one approach.
But I want to explain what I mean by.
Huh?
I want to explain what I mean. You asked how I come to a problem. Now, you either want me to sit here and look at it in myself. I'm aware of how I come to a problem, or you want me to speak out and say how I come to a problem.
Go ahead, sir, go ahead.
If I come to a problem with relationship, I'm aware of a response that comes about after that relationship or that contact has taken place. It comes into my mind.
All right.
I see that there's been a problem, so
That's
I stay with it. And
stay with it. I understand
so it
that.
unfolds.
Now, how does another approach it?
I approach it feeling that there's something I can do.
Yeah. So you see, one says, I approach it with a mind that says, I won't escape from it, I'll look at it, I'll stay with it, and so on. The other says,
I come to it convinced there's something I can do.
yeah, saying I can do something about it. And so, how does each one of us approach any of these problems? Isn't it important to find out how to approach?
I think first of all we have to be clear of the problem before.
I'm not talking of the problem.
No. I mean approaching. We have to be when there is a problem. You investigate.
Look, Tunki, old boy, I'm asking you, how do you approach a problem? Approach, not the problem. How do you come to it?
I think that if we set ourselves aside with an ego that says, I want, the problem is separate from me, and we make a separation between that problem and ourselves. And it's an ego that is approaching that problem.
Yes, all right. So you're saying, I approach the problem, realizing the problem is not different from me. That's your approach. Approach, not the problem. Am I making this clear or am I dumb?
Krishnaji, I think this is a false distinction to make between the approach to the problem and the problem.
No, all right. State your case, sir. Go on.
Well, I think it might be a wrong question initially to say, how do you approach the problem? Are you saying you're given a problem? Because as far as I am concerned personally, my initial awareness is how I become aware of the problem. How do I know it's a problem? I'm using some kind of benchmark. Something is not right. I say and feel to myself, something is incomplete.
So, there is this whole world around me. of which I'm a part, right? I have created this monstrous society of which I'm part, right? Right, sir?
Yes.
Now, I know it exists there because I'm part of it. It's there. I'm not talking about the problem at all. I say, how do I look at it? How do I approach it? What is my mind or the state of my mind when I look at it? Knowing the problem is not different from me and all the rest of it. I think, is this difficult?
Without prejudice.
Huh?
With an open mind without prejudice.
Now, what do you mean by an open mind?
A mind which is not burdened by any thoughts.
So you mean a mind that's not burdened by opinion, by one's own, the accumulated knowledge. One is not approached by fear. So, are you, not being personal, sir, are you free from fear, personal prejudice, and opinions and conclusions, so that you are approaching whatever the problem, that thing, freely?
How can you approach any problem that is really a problem without any knowledge at all?
What?
Without knowledge. How can one approach something without any knowledge?
No. Do I approach the fear that I have with previous knowledge of fears? Just I'm asking a question, please answer me. Is this so? Do I approach the present fear with the memories, remembrances of other forms of fears which I've had in the past, which have become memories? With that memory, I approach the present fear. Just answer me that question. Or do we do this, which is natural?
We do.
Now, wait a minute. If we do, then are we approaching it rightly? That's what I'm asking. What one does may be right, but is that I'm questioning whether it's right.
It seems it's clearly not right, but is it possible to approach it without the past?
You're asking the question, is it possible to approach the problem of fear as though for the first time, without the remembrance of other fears which you have had? Whom are you asking? General Assembly? Ask them.
All of us together.
I think
When
very.
I have a problem, there's no space, and I'm stuck to the problem. When there is space, there's some seeing.
I have asked a question, madam, which is, we generally approach a particular fear with the remembrance of other fears. That's all. If we could stay with that for a minute and examine whether that resolves the problem of fear. Or is it possible to approach without the past remembrances of fear, and can that be done? If it cannot be done, it's nonsense.
The fact that we have fear is already an operation of the past.
Yes. So are you?
How can it be that you observe it, without a remembrance? I mean, the fact that.
Ask her. She's listened to me for a number of years. Ask her to answer you. I can take a rest. Good. That'll help you. You teach English, so teach it.